Off-white
gosh.
is a pretty cool color.
Yeah,
Like
off-white.
color.
Cream.
Like a cream color.
Beige. That's what I've learned here
Beige is
recently.
cool.
Well, not learned, but I kind of knew that, but I was looking for like some shoes, some loafers, and I was looking for an off-white, and I looked it up, but I wasn't looking for the brand off-white. I was looking for beige, and it popped up beige, and I was like, why didn't I fucking think about that? Beige.
Did you find them, though?
Hell yeah, bro.
What
I found
were
a
they?
really nice pair of, there's two pairs that I really like that are basically the same thing. It's like Louis Vuitton and Ferragamo.
I think I've seen one pair that you.
Bro,
I
they
think you
are
showed me one.
hard. All of them. Both of them. I want them both. But they're basically the same thing.
Are you gonna get them this spring and summertime? I mean, they'd fit the
I might.
the light color, because like spring and summer's kind of like you can get away with light colors.
Yeah, I think after I get those, I keep on saying this. Well, every time that I get a pair of shoes, I'm like, after I get these, I don't ever need buy a pair of shoes again.
You just bought a pair of boots not long ago.
I did, yeah, because I didn't have. I mean, I do have a pair of boots, but they're fucked up in the brain, you know.
Wait, what's wrong with them?
I was just peeling a little bit. I didn't really take care of them. They're the Nike tactical boots.
Nike tactical. How long have you had them?
Bro, I've had those for like 2 or 3 years now.
I think for some reason I remember when you got them.
Yeah, bro, because I wore them with the tag for a long time. I wore them with the tags on them for a while.
Yeah, I didn't know that you only had like one pair of boots like that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, they ain't that bad. I actually wanted to get a pair of tactical boots like they use in the military.
Now those would last a while.
But I don't know why I didn't. Because I already have a pair, that's why. And they come up really far. And I think I was looking for kind of something in the middle of that and like some
You didn't want
chuckas.
You didn't want something that was going to come way up on your ankle and stuff.
Yeah, or not even that. It was like, it comes up to like right here. Like right on your shin.
Mm-hmm.
On the top.
I wonder if that would become like
right at your calf.
Sometimes like boots that are tall like that, the socks that you wear with them, they kind of like pull on the hair on your leg, and that can be annoying.
Yeah, and kind of like suck you up a little bit.
Yeah, like if you go to take your sock off afterwards, like how your hair was like compressed down, it feels like it's pulling all your hair off of your leg.
Yeah, just pulling your leg.
Yeah, it's like pulling your leg.
I'm just pulling your leg.
Just pulling your leg.
Just yanking your chain, just tugging your dick.
Yanking your chain. Yeah, rip all your hair off your leg.
Yeah, rip your fucking leg off, dude.
It literally cost me an arm and a leg.
Yeah, fucking, you know?
Yeah.
Chop your fucking leg off, bro. Chop that shit up. Pay up. Pay up, cheapskate.
Cheapskate.
Chop your fucking leg off. Give it to me. I like that.
Well, you're not tip around here?
How much you think a leg would sell for? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what's the use.
Just to have like brother, I would buy this is actually, I don't have it written down, which is kind of bizarre because most things that I want, like goal-wise and dreams and shit like that, I have it all written down. But one thing that I really, really want that I don't have written down is a human skeleton.
Like the real
Like the real deal. Like an actual real human skeleton. I want to have one of those, and I actually want to have it would be cheaper if I got a replica, but it would still be quite expensive. I would like to have a complete skeleton of a dinosaur.
Which one?
Like a T-Rex.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, bro. I would like to have
a megalodon.
Yo, fuck. Yeah, that'd be.
You could have like
insane.
a megalodon tooth.
Yeah.
That seems more reasonable.
Nah, I would want a whole. If I got one of those, I would want a whole ass skeleton.
You could have a necklace made out of one of their tooth.
Yeah, a tooth.
A tooth. Yeah, it'd be like the size of this hat.
No, I'm pretty sure.
I wonder how big their teeth are.
Enormous.
Like how big is a T-Rex tooth?
Tooth.
Tooth.
Not big enough.
I'm surely it's pretty damn big.
Brother, the last time that I heard somebody said, or I read somewheres, it was like 2 years ago or something, they had sold a whole T-Rex skeleton.
For how much?
I do not remember if it was 40 million or 140 million.
I would feel like it'd have to at least.
But if it was 40 million, bro, I would buy it.
Yeah,
if I had like, honestly, if I had like $100 million and I had everything else worked out, I had everything else that I wanted, and I had $100 million and then they wanted 40 million for a damn T-Rex, a T-Rex skeleton, I would buy it.
You know, they're not making any more of them.
They're not making any
They're
more
definitely
of them.
they're a collectible.
Nah, but they actually, I'm pretty sure that they was about to buy it, and then somebody came by. They wanted to get it. They wanted to get it like verified by an actual paleontologist, and then they came by and said that it wasn't real. Ain't that wild?
See, something like that even being for sale is kind of suspicious because you would think it would be in a museum.
Bro, I'm pretty sure it was being sold by a museum.
See, that is wild. Where?
I would love to look it up. Actually, most cases I don't want to look shit up just for aesthetic reasons. But
there was a mansion in Florida that had a bunch of like ancient relics from like the Aztec Empire that was sourced by basically people like looters. And what had happened is that they did like a documentary where it was traced back to those locations, and a lot of times with stuff like that comes from other countries, they won't like that because they look at it as like their heritage, like their property. So like, for example, if there might be something in a British museum that came from Egypt, and then now they have like legal battles to this day about like, oh, we want our mummy back or something, you know?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like they have like artifacts from. Because like a lot of those expeditions were like led by Great Britain and stuff like that back in like with the King Tut stuff. A lot of stuff was shipped back to those museums and displayed there, and now like they're having like legal battles about stuff from different and that museums have that should like different heritages and like cultures from different parts of the world. Like those places now want that stuff back to put into their own national museums. See, that's a hard thing. I think about that stuff, and then like I think about like with dinosaurs. It's different because it's like nobody was around to like.
Well, bro, see, this is I just found it. I just found the article, and I'm not gonna read all of it, but it said it sold for $31.8 million. It did sell. It is the new world record for any dinosaur skeleton or fossil ever sold at auction. It says walked the earth 67 million years ago. But I'm pretty sure at the time it says standing 13 feet and 40 feet long, which is insane. Its name was Stan.
That it was a T-Rex?
Yep, it was a T-Rex.
13 feet tall. How tall is this ceiling?
Stan is made up of 188 bones, making it one of the largest and most complete T-Rex skeletons in the world.
Do you know how tall this ceiling is? Because maybe we could get like a bit of like an idea.
I bet that is probably about 13 feet.
I think like a normal ceiling
10.
is like
saying about 10.
I think it's at least
doorway. I'm pretty
feet.
sure doorway OSHA standard is like 7 foot.
Yeah, but
that's the door over there, 7.
I mean, if we look at that and then we go to that, I mean, it's looking like it's pretty close. So you're
7,
saying like he's maybe that
like
tall.
8.
So that T-Rex, like, he probably is a little bit taller than that. Maybe a couple feet.
Yeah,
so
probably.
Dude's sitting there. He's looking at, you're fucked.
Fucking $40 million. Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. No questions. No questions. If I had that kind of money, bro, no questions.
That would
$40 million.
40 feet. It's probably like from here all the way to that. I mean, no, it's got to probably be. You think that's 40 feet?
I don't know, bro. But back to what you were saying about like those artifacts and relics and shit like that. I was reading somewhere else. Like actually, I watched a documentary on like art, and there was a bunch of different things that went along with it. It was saying that there's a bunch of art out there that was stolen like a long ass time ago, really, really expensive art, and then they're like popping up on the market again, and then they are being sold for crazy amounts of money. Mm-hmm. Like there's Basquiat pieces, probably like Picasso pieces and shit like that are out there that are worth millions of dollars, and they're just popping up out of nowhere because they were like stolen or some shit, and then somewhere down the line they have been picked up or somebody has sold it. Mm-hmm. And then now they're just worth millions of dollars. But you know how much the most expensive art piece sold for? It was here recently.
I'd say between 100 million and 300 million.
It was $400 million.
Yeah.
And it was a picture. It was kind of like a portrait by Leonardo da Vinci, and it depicted what they well, people say that it's Jesus because it looks like the depiction of Jesus, which is not actually Jesus, which is crazy to think about. Mm-hmm. Do you know about that?
I think I remember you referencing it. Like we had like a short conversation about it, and then I think we started talking about something like funny or something.
Yeah, but a long time ago, there was a guy that was he had a bunch of power and whatnot. I don't know what his name, I don't remember what his name was, like Saint something, Saint John or some shit like that. And he got a famous painter at the time to paint him as the depiction of Jesus, which is crazy. And so like, then from that point on, because at the time only wealthy people could have paintings done. That was like a luxury. I feel
like that would be like the oils and all the...
Exactly.
There was something artificial. Like I remember something that's interesting, like the dyes. Like, you know why purple was a royal color?
Well, because it was so expensive.
Because it was from like a particular insect that you would have to in order to get like one garb that was purple, you would have to like harvest like 100,000 or 1 million of these insects.
That is insane.
And each one of them would only give maybe like a fraction of a drop of the ink that was needed.
I didn't know that.
That's why purple was a royal color, because of how difficult it was to get that color.
Wow, that's insane. But bro, what the fuck was his name? St. Peter's or St. John, whatever the fuck his name was. He told the artist to paint him as a depiction of Jesus. So then whenever we see
it's kind of
this like this white guy with long hair,
you think
of Jesus.
But it's just that.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just that guy, and it's not Jesus at all.
Wow. Did they have any,
absolutely
did they have like
crazy.
Any accurate like depictions of them?
There was like a drawing from a long ass time ago, and it's a brown fella.
I hear you.
Jesus. That's actually...
Well, he's Middle Eastern or something, wasn't he?
Yeah. So, Jesus was actually brown.
Yeah.
But anyways, this painting was... I'm pretty sure it was of him, or maybe it was somebody else. People say that it's Jesus, but it's not Jesus. If that makes sense. But it's basically the guy it's holding an orb, which is insane. Insane to even paint. And just the dimensions of fingers and hands are like the most difficult things to draw / paint.
When was this painting like made?
Did Leonardo da Vinci probably...
What do you think, like 1500s?
Yeah, probably around that time.
Yes.
Around the Renaissance time.
Yeah, the Armoretto,
which is
was
like
invented during the Renaissance.
What is Armoretto?
It's what's in here.
Oh shit!
So this is literally 500 years old.
Whoa!
This recipe is 500 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
But bro, the painting that was painted with the orb and shit, with supposedly Jesus, but not Jesus, it sold for $400 million. And maybe it sold again. May be wrong. Maybe like $500 million or some shit like that.
Yeah, that stuff. You know how the paint, like art goes. It's just
It
just goes up in value because it's Tuesday or something.
Yeah. But the thing is that after it was bought, they had somebody come by to take a look at it, and it turned out it really wasn't painted by Leonardo da Vinci.
See,
and it was painted by like one of his students or something.
Yeah. So what did that do to the value? Probably
just made it go down. I don't think that they're going to be able to sell it for that much again.
Probably not.
Yeah, but it's still worth a lot of money.
Yeah,
but definitely not that much.
I wonder like why they weren't allowed to.
Because the original is like super duper faded out, I'm pretty sure, and it had to be restored or some shit.
I wonder like when that much money's on the table, why don't you get it authenticated before you purchase it?
Because if you're getting it from somebody from an authentic dealer that is very well has a good reputation, then so you just automatically assume that it's going to be.
Oh, so I'm
that's like if you're going to a Louis Vuitton store and buying Louis Vuitton shoes, you're going to expect it to be.
Yeah, but I mean,
Louis Vuitton.
There's a big difference in like the amount of money.
Oh yeah,
you know, and Louis Vuitton is like, I mean, it's the chances of something like that being fake in their store is.
No, you're right.
But like a painting like that, it's, you know, it'd be like it'd be like buying a house without getting like a house inspection.
Yeah.
But a house is, I mean, I don't know if there's any houses that are worth $400 million.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's probably most definitely. There's probably some that are like probably
Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago, I think they only valued that like 100. I mean, we're talking about a painting that's worth 4 times more than Mar-a-Lago.
Nah, bro. Well, was you saying that just to be funny?
Well,
because
no.
I thought you was because of how the whole lawsuits and shit about how he inflated his pricings for his.
Oh, I don't know much about that. Like, with stuff like that, it's kind of like, I mean, if you go to like, say you got a skyscraper in New York, and yeah, that's like worth, you know, a couple billion.
Well, that's the thing. He's in a lawsuit right now. That is, and I'm pretty sure he's probably. Well, they already fined him now. They already fined him $100-some million. It was $400-some million, almost $500 million. Because supposedly he valued his assets higher than what they were supposed to be. So he inflated the assets, the value of the assets, so that he could get more out of it or, you know, leverage it and so on and so forth.
I'm sure if they did an audit on a lot of
But the thing is,
at that caliber, they would find a lot of things.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was about to say. Like, if they did that shit with the majority of people in New York City, there goes all the jobs. They're all going down. The fuck? Yeah, it's literally every single one of them are gonna value it higher than what it's supposed to be.
I mean, it's just the only reason why they chose him because he's got a spotlight on him.
Yeah, it's a political. I know bullshit.
I know when we're about to go down. I thought we were about to go down a rabbit hole with that, but it's like if you know, I don't know, you know what it's all about. Like it's
exactly because people are going to sit here and say that it's such a big deal and shit just because it's Trump. They're going to say it's such a big deal that he inflated all of his assets and values all of his assets more than what they're really worth for like insurance purposes and shit like that.
You know, there was somebody I used to work with, and this is for tax purposes. Like he was talking about how
tax purposes,
he knew like accounting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I used to work with him selling suits and stuff. He talked about how you could do up to like a few $1,000s worth of donations of clothes a year and have as a tax write-off, even though they weren't worth that much.
Yeah.
Like you could go, okay, here's an example. Like if I was where I worked at, like if I went to go buy a suit, since I was an employee, I had a 65. It was either 55 or 65% discount. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But like for example, I could put that as if I wanted to donate that, I could say it was
I paid
65. Retail
exactly.
price, even though I only paid
65 off of whatever retail
I paid
is.
only 35% of like the actual value.
Exactly.
I mean, they're not going to have somebody from the IRS come down and like, they got bigger fish to fry. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
But he said he would do that, and that would help. He could do like $4,000 worth of clothes, and it could be a fucking rinky-dink tie.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're saying. I mean, that's how the shit works, bro. That's how the shit works. You value your assets less than what they are for whatever, like for tax purposes. Like if you're gonna go pay your taxes or some shit, you're gonna say, "Hey, my shit is worth, X% less than what it really is," so that you could pay less in like property tax or whatever. There's
like a lot of,
and then it's vice versa for if it's for insurance or if you're selling it.
Yeah, there's a lot of loopholes. It's kind of like
and all of them play along to it. So the thing is that it happened in New York. So whenever they start to look, the businesses in there, big businesses, whenever they start to look at the shit right there and all that is happening and it's all political battle, they're going to be like, oh, this can happen to us at any time. So we're just going to take our shit and we're going to go somewhere else. That's the way that I look at it. And then the economy and the same thing's happening in California. You can see it in real time. Shit's going down. Like the economy, shit's going down. It's too much, too many taxes. There's too much shit going on in big cities. People don't want to live there no more. Way too expensive, first of all. Second of all, there's a bunch of crackheads laying around, shitting on the side of the sidewalk everywhere you turn. I'm actually serious. Big ass fucking rats as big as this ottoman. Just running around everywhere.
Big as a dog.
Just running around everywhere, wild and free.
Oh, willy-nilly.
I'm telling you, heroin addicts everywhere, fent. Everybody overdosing on fent. I'm actually serious. Fentanyl on every corner, dog. Dude, actually dead-ass serious. And the cops... Dude, listen to this shit, too, that I just read. Brother, so there's a bunch of grocery stores that have been shutting down in big cities because there's people going in there and looting them. They're going in there and they're taking a whole bunch of shit. So they're going out of business. They're not making any money because all these people are running into these grocery stores and running into these convenience stores, stealing everything, and they're not making any money at all. So then they're like, oh, well, then why don't we shut down our store and move to another one? So then now they're making it to where these people in office, and I'm not going to say who, I'm not going to say what side of the political party it is. It's the Democrats. But anyways.
I just noticed something. that
up?
Xbox controller is sticking out of the corner of that daybed. You see it? Yeah, what are you saying?
Anyways, bro. They're saying that they're going to start suing these grocery stores and stores because they're moving out of these areas and these people are in need of grocery stores and shit. So why in the fuck do y'all rob them? I mean, really? You got to be the lowest of the low to rob shit. First of all, and second of all, it's not yours. So you're not contributing to your local economy if you decide to go out and rob shit. If you go out to decide to rob these convenience stores, these stores of any kind, you're not helping anything. Yeah. You're not even helping yourself.
They're probably robbing like Skittles and stuff too. They're not even robbing the good shit.
They're robbing stupid shit, and then they're making like a mess. Dude, they're running in there. They're making a mess out of the place and then making the shit that they don't steal unconsumable, and they're not even they can't even sell it afterwards. It's like they're blatantly sabotaging their economy, their local economies.
They're like anarchists.
I know, bro, and it is insane. And then they're blaming it on other people. Dude, it's literally...
just get a job.
Just get a fucking job. Hey, instead of stealing from the store, how about you ask if they're hiring?
Yeah, and then you can get as much food as you can afford.
Yeah, and even then, I'm not condoning this, but even then, if you're working for the store and you stole some stuff every now and then,
I wouldn't go that far. Don't plant seeds in
nah, I'm just fucking with you. Don't do that shit. But definitely don't steal anything, stupid.
Yeah, it's just like,
dude, it's insane. It's insane. Why in the fuck are they getting it to where the city's gonna be able to sue the companies that are wanting to leave the areas that are getting robbed? Why would those companies want to be there to begin with? So then now,
it's a bunch of
whatever companies are there, they're just going to keep getting robbed. They're going to run out of fucking money. And then what are they going to do whenever they run out of money? They can't close down or they'll be sued. How in the fuck does that work? They're going to file for bankruptcy and then they can't shut down. So how are they going to get money? It's probably going to come out of the taxpayer's pocket.
Where's this at?
Ain't that crazy? So then your taxes are going to go up.
Where's this at though? Like in the big cities?
Big cities, northern cities, and I'm not gonna say the political party that these big cities are ran by. I'm not gonna say it. It's probably the Democrats.
We are. It is nice to be like not having to deal with that in Taylorsville.
I know. I don't mean to get political or anything, but I mean, god damn, man, brother, that just doesn't make any. There's just shit that doesn't make any sense.
Bro, goes back. This is kind of like an off topic, but like it's interesting that you brought up grocery stores because when I went to Manhattan with family for Thanksgiving a couple of years ago, the grocery stores are very crowded.
Really?
I mean, the hallways are probably about as wide as two of these ottomans put together.
They're as wide as that?
That's how wide they are.
So they're not wide at all?
They're not wide at all, no.
Wow.
Yeah, and you got people trying, and think about it as like having, like those college parties we go to where it's like shoulder to shoulder. Think of that, like think of something that's close to that level, except a grocery store.
Wow, bro. I want to look up this, tell you what, and I want to tell these people what city this is. And
it's like at the base of a skyscraper, like a big tall building. It's very interesting how everything's set up there. Like the H&M's are like 4 or 5 stories tall.
Wow. Then, yeah, you showed me a picture of a Cartier store.
Yeah,
which is
but that one was like
dude.
a cool brick and mortar one. Like
those are nice.
Those type of places. Like the doors are like as big as the walls in here. Like they're like one single, and they're double doors too. So like, actually, what's weird is that I wonder what this cutout is for in the wall. Like what is this? What is that cutout there for?
What are you talking about?
See how like the whole entire, see how it's like sunk in over there and sunk in over here, and this is like broad out.
Oh yeah,
that almost looks like there's supposed to be a fucking fireplace there.
Yo, bro, what the fuck was you talking about before? You talking about grocery stores before that? What made you think about that? I was paying attention to you. I just wanted to show you this article.
No, but because that right there, that is probably like the dimensions of like one single door.
Oh, at the grocery store?
Just at like Bulgari, like all those places.
Oh,
and it would have like a bunch of different like emblems and stuff. Like think of like giant cathedral doors.
Yeah,
there was fucking cathedrals right beside the damn Cartier.
That is awesome. Yeah, the cathedrals are amazing, dude.
Cathedrals are cool.
I went to one time. I don't remember where it was. Maybe Washington D.C.
Yeah, like the National Cathedral.
Yeah, it's the biggest cathedral in America.
Yeah,
pretty sure.
I've been in there,
and it's
you can
awesome.
Go up to one of the towers, and you can actually see out over.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been. I think I've been there twice, but you can see what?
You can see like it's not the Pentagon, but it's the thing that giant obelisk that goes up into the sky.
Yeah.
You can see that from there,
Bro. So what I was talking about was not. It was. I said that it was up north. My apologies. I was wrong. And actually, I will touch on that in a minute. It says San Francisco bill would let people sue grocery stores for closing too quickly.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Lawmakers in San Francisco want to allow residents to sue grocery stores for closing.
I'm gonna be going there in May
because of theft. Let's emphasize this first. It's because people are stealing, looters. What? I mean, I would close my business too if it kept getting robbed. And if you're putting a business in an area and it keeps on getting robbed, take your shit out and go to another area.
Is this in San Francisco or is this in like Oakland? Because there's like 3 different cities in the Bay Area.
San Francisco.
That's interesting.
Lawmakers in San Francisco. Yep.
Has it
San
passed?
Francisco politicians float bill enabling shoppers to sue. Yeah,
I don't think
they didn't pass. Oh no, it definitely won't pass.
There's all sorts of crazy shit that people come up with
but
that don't get like 1 or 2 votes.
Just the thought of that even being plausible just baffles me, because why in the everlasting fuck would that even be even a tangible thought that you could possibly pass a bill that could enable people to sue companies for shutting down because of large amounts of theft? That is stupid.
Well, who floated the bill?
Who do you think floated the bill?
I'm talking about like the person.
Oh,
someone had to draft it and come up with it.
It was probably a bunch of people on a certain political party.
I mean, they probably were like anarchists,
and they were bouncing ideas back and forth.
Communists, like
no, absolutely. And we know what side that resonates with.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's like, it's definitely not to. No one benefits from that bill.
Yeah, and then here's another.
I mean, I guess the looters do, but that's like.
Yeah, that just enables the looters.
But
and that's another big thing too. That's another big thing, and this is actually in San Francisco and in northern states a lot, and just these big cities, is that they are stopping the police from arresting these people that go in and loot because of social profiling. So if they're committing crimes, they're not allowed to arrest the people, because then it looks as if the cops are being racist or social profiling or are doing anything of any sort that is inequitable, supposedly, which is complete.
I wonder, like, what is the scale of, like, what, there's a lot of people in the U.S., close to like over 330 million now.
Oh, bro, I'm pretty sure it's 400 million now.
It's not 400 million yet, but it's like 336 or 340. I keep up with that stuff.
Yeah, you're right. 333.3 million. You're right. Oh no, that's 2022.
Yeah, it's probably went up. It's probably about 340 now. It goes up like a few million a year.
Yeah, 341,814,000.
That's crazy.
420.
It goes up a fuck ton every year. That's
population crazy. Rank. It's third in the world. Probably India, China.
India is number 1 now.
India, China, America.
Yeah, by the time 2100 comes around, China will lose like.
Oh yeah.
2/3 of its population due to. I mean, that's a completely different story. That is because of the one-child policy for like 4 decades.
Yeah, bro. Let me tell you about this before we move on. I was going to say also this about New York City. It says it begins entire New York City mall closes over theft. Because people are just running in there and just stealing everything that they get. See, this is
Where
even
is
more
it located
crazy.
at? And is it in Manhattan? I don't think it would be. In
the Fulton Center. The Fulton Center is shutting down. The Fulton Center blames crime, but the city is suing. Fulton Fulton City. Oh, Fulton Center. Center, New York City. Shopping mall. Yeah. The Fulton Center. Yeah, it's saying that they're shutting their doors down because of theft, bro. Man, that just baffles my motherfucking mind, dude.
Yeah.
Entire mall
Where
closes.
Where's the security
over
or
theft.
like the law enforcement to be able to like stop that?
Where's what?
Like any of the like law enforcement and
I
security.
think that it was after just skimming over it. It just looked like it was just for the day. It was like people kept on coming in and robbing shit, and then they just shut down for the day.
Oh,
but I mean, still, yet. I mean, if it just keeps on happening all the time, and then law enforcement are not doing shit about it, then why wouldn't you close your doors?
I think in the U.S. there's like a close to 1 million officers, police officers.
What was you just asking before that?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
You saying something about like where are they at or something? Where are the cops at?
Oh yeah, like where is like security?
Oh yeah, so the theft is just such a large amount that, and like you said,
they can't catch it all.
Yeah, like you said, there's 1 million officers in the United States. So I mean, the only way to deal with such a large amount of theft happening all the time is just, and people just coming in and looting. I mean, and how many mall cops do you see in a mall? You know, you only see like, if it's a big one, I see probably maybe 5. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 5. And then there's 5, and sometimes they're not even police. They're not even real police officers. They're security. And then they can't do anything but call the police. And then they're just going to show up and, you know, minutes later. Yeah. So then the damage has already been done, and then they got to track down the people. If they can track down the people, which is, dude, these people are just not taught decency, or they are, and they don't give a fuck.
I mean, you're just gonna have some bad apples and stuff.
Yeah, ooh, yeah. Just gonna have bad apples, brother.
Yeah, I mean, there's a solution to it, but they ain't gonna be around anymore.
Yeah.
Just start culling them.
Start offing them.
Go on a warpath.
Yeah, just go on a complete massacre.
I mean, it would solve the problem. But I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Honest to God.
Because it's sometimes you're just like tired of like this. It's
no, I'm serious.
No more like I can't negotiate with you. So
yeah,
you're gonna like collapse society.
I really, actually, truly believe.
You're getting eradicated.
I really, actually, truly believe that this is what needs to change. This is how we need to go back to old ways. I know I sound like a fucking grandpa saying this shit, but or I sound like a fucking part of the CCP saying this shit.
Back to the shit factory.
Get back to work. No, but I'm telling you, bro, if we set in place in the United States that if you decide to steal and you're caught stealing, there's enough evidence, it's gone through, you're guilty. You're completely guilty. You should probably have your hand chopped off. You should have your hand chopped off if you're guilty of stealing shit. It doesn't matter what it is, bro. If you're caught stealing a fucking candy bar, I think your hand should be chopped off. Or this, if you're caught stealing, one of your fingers should be chopped off. Just one of your fingers. And you get caught stealing again, another finger is chopped off. And then that shows that everybody around you that you're completely unreliable, not unreliable, but you're untrustworthy. And most likely unreliable. If you're untrustworthy,
there's like like a series of like
character
flaws.
Exactly.
To be doing that.
So I mean, if you're walking around with 3 fingers, bro, nobody's gonna fuck with you. Nobody's gonna trust you at all.
Stealing a lot.
Yeah, because you've been stealing some shit. And then if you steal again, your whole hand's getting chopped off. That's the way I look at it. No probation. You ain't get probation or none of that shit.
Yeah, you
fuck going to jail or some shit. Going to jail for a month or so, having a good old time in jail, doing 100 push-ups every day, and getting jacked. I mean, you're getting something good out of it. You don't have to worry about doing shit. You're alleviated from your responsibilities. But if you have no fucking fingers and no hand, I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to eat.
And so that, and then we should definitely bring the death penalty back. There should definitely be a death penalty.
There is a death penalty.
Yeah, but it should be strictly enforced. Strictly enforced for people that, of course, rape and, like child molestation and
what do you think, a murder?
I want to say murder, but I think that there are certain, certain killings that can go under the heading of murder, but it's not complete murder. Like if somebody breaks in and then they're trying to kill you, and you kill them,
I don't know if that's like murder.
That's not considered murder in my eyes. That's not considered murder.
I think most people would think that would be like self-defense.
I mean, it is a killing. Like in the Bible, I'm pretty sure that it breaks down that there's a difference between killing and murdering. Because you could kill somebody out of self-defense. Or you can kill somebody out of self-defense, or kill somebody because your life is being threatened or your family's life is being threatened. So basically self-defense. I think that's the only time where it's even relevantly possible to consider killing to be okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's either them or they're obviously not a good person if they're doing what they're doing, like coming in and threatening the life of me. Because if they take you out, then it's gonna be in the next and the next and the next. They're just like they're crazy. Sometimes people are just like that. You gotta put them down.
Yeah, most definitely.
Like,
but but at the same time, I understand the other side of it too. I have heard of people that have been in prison for a long time because they've done violent crimes, and then I actually personally know a couple people who have done violent crimes, and they went to prison and then they came out after long periods of time, and then now they've been integrated in society, and then they're a much better person now after all that's happened, and then they've actually learned their lesson, But then there's the other people that don't learn a lesson, and then they're actually fucked up in the head, and so on and so forth. So I kind of understand the other side of it too, as well. But I think that if a strict system like that is put in place, then I don't think that any of that would happen anyways. I think that if we sat in a place and said your hands are getting chopped off if you rob people, or your fingers are getting chopped off if you decide to steal, then nobody's gonna do that shit no more.
Yeah, if like the penalty is severe enough, I think that it won't happen. Like, well, to the degree that it's happening now, it won't happen.
Absolutely not. And they enforced it. Ain't no way. Or like they did back in the day, like public guillotine. Let's bring the fucking guillotine back.
That would be wild.
Guillotine.
Guillotine weekend.
You just stole a flower. Guillotine.
Off with your head.
Off with your motherfucking head.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, Mexican cartel style. We ain't even doing it medieval style. We're doing it Mexican cartel style. And even the fucking Mexican cartel nowadays has their limitations. I mean, come on now. If you don't fuck with them, they ain't gonna fuck with you. Hey, but back in the day, the mobs, they actually had, like, big shout out to them. Even though I condemn a lot of the things that they did. And I also condone a lot of the things that they did organization-wise. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Seth?
Yeah, my bad, bro. I got distracted. I'm actually starting to get kind of hungry, so I was like looking at stuff to go eat.
Brother, dog. I'm talking about the mafia.
Oh.
See, bro, I've already went down a whole ass rant, and you weren't paying attention.
I'm so sorry, dude. Because I was thinking about fucking food.
I was saying how the mafia they did have morals and values.
Yeah, they had like the little the code.
Like, even though they did crazy shit, it's still, like, getting people offed and getting people whacked. Most of the time, they deserve that shit.
Yeah,
like they wasn't gonna just kill somebody. They wasn't gonna kill a mother free.
Yeah, like they had they had some stuff they went by for sure.
The guillotine.
Yeah, that's how they got rid of.
No, they wouldn't. They had the shit. You know what I'm saying? They had the shit lined up.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing.
They knew what they was doing, and I was condoning their organization skills, and I was condemning their ways of handling things, certain things, to an extent.
Are you hungry?
I think that we need to end this, brother.
Yeah, I'm
You're fucking over there. You're shivering, dude. You are completely famished, brother.
I know. I need to eat.
You're fucking skin and bones over there, dude.
Dude, I need to eat something.
Dude, I can see your ribs eating the side of your stomach.
I know.
Holy shit, you actually are hungry, aren't you?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Okay, well, I think I'll wrap it up this time.
Okay.
Listen here. Now, I haven't did this shit in a while, and I really don't give a fuck. But there may be a problem. There may be a fucking problem. And if you have a problem, we can take your ass down to the guillotine.
For sure.
You want to be guillotined? Do you want to keep your fucking head? I'm not a big advocate of violence. But if you steal, your fingers should be chopped the fuck off.
What's this guy look like you doing?
I'm just saying. And if you decide to do some fucked up shit, guillotine! Alright, bye, I love you.
Alright, see you guys.